Hi, welcome back to SCP Unlimited. I'm your co-host Weldon.
And I'm your co-host Mason.
Today we will be reading SCP-049, the Plague Doctor. Once again, Mason's read this one, and I have not.
You're in for a treat.
Okay. Shall we just jump right in?
Sure thing, why not?
Alright. Item. SCP-049. Object Class. Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-049 is contained within a standard secure humanoid containment cell in Research Sector 02 at Site 19. SCP-049 must be sedated before any attempts to transport it. During transportation, SCP-049 must be secured within a Class 3 humanoid restriction harness, including a locking collar and extension restraints. Okay, now I understand why there's so much fan art.
Oh my god, dude.
I just mean like,
Are,
but with
are you
someone
being
putting,
serious right now?
and with someone putting that in it, I understand why people would make fan art of it. That's
Dude,
just
dude.
why though. It's a
They
guy.
have to restrain him. Look, they have to restrain him because if they don't, he gets up to some really devious things. That's all I'll leave you
You
with because I want you
can't
to read
word
the
it
story.
like that.
He gets up to some really devious things, okay?
That's why people draw fan art.
No, I mean, like, he is diabolical, dude.
Oh,
You, this man, he does it for a good cause, it's just he doesn't know what he's doing.
okay. And monitored by no fewer than 2 armed guards. While SCP-049 is generally cooperative with most Foundational personnel, outbursts or sudden changes in behavior are to be met with elevated force. Under no circumstances should any personnel come into the direct contact with SCP-049 during these outbursts. In the event SCP-049 becomes aggressive, the application of lavender L. multifida, I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Where are you at?
L. multifida. Second
Let me
paragraph
see.
towards the bottom in the parentheses.
Oh, El Mortafida?
Yeah, there we go. Has been shown to produce a calming effect on the entity. One calmed SCP-049 generally becomes compliant and will return to containment with little resistance. In order to facilitate the what?
So, I just want you to know, so that El Mortafida thing, that is just lavender. It's basically just lavender. So the idea is, if he's crashing the hell out, and he's wrecking things, and he's throwing things, and he just smells lavender...
Throw some lavender at it.
Yes, that's what they do. They literally get a flower with lavender and just chuck it at him, you know?
Whee! Lavender is a flower, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is a flower. In order to facilitate the ongoing containment of SCP-049, the entity is to be provided with the corpse of a recently deceased animal, typically or bovine or other large mammal, once every 2 weeks for study. Corpses that become instances of SCP-049-2.
I told you, he got pretty devious, okay?
Containment cell and incinerated SCP-049 is no longer permitted to interact with human subjects, and requests for human subjects are to be denied. Temporary containment procedure. See addendum 049.3. Per containment. I'm so disappointed in myself. I can't say words.
Which paragraph is it in?
No, I can say the words. It's just like I just can't talk today. Per Containment Committee Order 049.S19.171. SCP-049 is no longer permitted to interact directly with any members of Foundation staff, nor is it to be provided with any additional corpses to be used in its surgeries. What is up with this freaky little guy?
Oh, he really likes corpses.
So he's Jeffrey Dahmer?
No, not like that.
Okay.
But he does things with them, and then they come back.
This order shall persist indefinitely until such a time consensus regarding the ongoing containment of SCP-049 that can be reached. Description: SCP-049 is a humanoid entity, roughly 1.9 meters in height, which bears. How tall is 1.9 meters? 1.9 meters.
I think it means he's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's pretty big.
That could be another reason for all the fan art.
So 74. So, he's 7 feet tall.
Yep.
Which bears the appearance of a medieval plague doctor. While
We're getting close.
SCP-049, it appears to be wearing a thick robes and ceramic mask, indicative of that profession. The garment instead seems to have grown out of SCP-049's body over time. Well, what?
Yep. His mask, his robes, everything is his skin.
Okay, so was he just like born like that? Because
Yes. He was made like that. Like, there are some images, some really good images on the internet that you can find of, like, his face, like, the shape of his mask being his skull, you know?
oh yeah, I see it right here.
Wait,
And
where is it?
The SCP.
Oh, there it is.
The picture.
Yeah, that's one of them.
And are now nearly indistinguishable from whatever is beneath them. X-ray indicate that despite this, SCP-049 does have a humanoid skeletal structure beneath its outer layers. SCP-049 is capable of speech in a variety of languages, though tends to prefer English or medieval French. What is medieval French? Is it just like
French is
Old
literally
English.
just French.
like
I'm not kidding. It's literally just French.
Is medieval French just
No, I'm pretty sure medieval French is just French, but in like an old accent. For example, like I'm cutting out.
I'm cutting this part out.
Oh, okay. For example, medieval French is legitimately just like, I'm pretty sure it's French, but in like a medieval accent. For example, like you know those movies where they're like, driving closer, I should smite them with my sword, and stuff like that, right? That's
VV.
it's like, oh,
It's like
oh, moi je veux le poids,
Le moi je veux pas.
oh, je mange le poids.
Well, SCP-049 is generally cordial and cooperative with Foundation staff. It can become especially irritated or at times outright aggressive if it feels that it is in the presence of what it calls the pestilence. Although the exact nature of the pestilence is currently unknown to Foundation researchers, it does seem to be an issue of immense concern to SCP-049. Why does he look like that? Why does he look like that?
Why does he look like what?
Just.
Did you come?
Oh my god.
Oh, you came across the picture.
What picture? You mean the one right above the voice box?
You came across the picture.
Oh wait, it has the voice boxes, like talked through, or the talking boxes with conversation with an audio log.
Yeah.
Cool. SCP-049 will become hostile with individuals it sees as being affected by the pestilence, often having to be restrained should it encounter such. If left unchecked, SCP-049 will generally attempt to kill any such individual. Why?
He'll generally what?
It will generally attempt to kill any such individual that's been affected with the pestilence. But
Yeah. But
why?
here, if you saw someone with the Black Plague that could transmit it to you, would you just sit there and not do anything?
I will get up and walk away.
That too. It's
They'd
just
probably
this, like,
rot away
he's.
before. They'd probably rot away before they can walk back to me.
Look, he sees it as this really dangerous virus, right? The pestilence. Because he still thinks he's in medieval Europe, even though it's modern day life. He doesn't know the plague isn't around anymore, and that's what he calls the pestilence.
Okay. Okay, so SCP-049 is capable of causing all biological functions of an organism to cease through direct skin contact. How this occurs is generally unknown, and autopsies of SCP-049's victims have invariably been inconclusive. SCP-049 has expressed frustration or remorse after these killings, indicating that they have done little to kill the pestilence, though. Will usually seek to then perform a crude surgery on the corpse using the implements contained within a black doctor's bag it carries on its person at all times. While these surgeries are not always successful, they often result in the creation of instances of SCP-049 too. How many of them are there?
How many do you say?
How many versions of them? He's got
There's.
like SCP-049.S19.17.1. That looks like a Minecraft update.
Yeah. You see, I think it's a new one every single time he makes a new zombie.
Okay.
Because that's what he does with the corpses. I told you, he really likes corpses. But yeah, he'll get a corpse of a dead person, preferably like someone that he killed or something like that, and he'll turn them into a zombie, which does everything he wants.
SCP-049-2 instances are reanimated corpses that have been operated by SCP-049. These instances do not seem to retain any of their prior memories or mental functions, having only basic motor skills. Huh? What?
Told you.
Oh yeah, you did. Having only basic motor skills and response mechanisms. Okay, so zombies. Well, these instances are generally inactive, moving very little in a generally ambulatory fashion. They can become extremely aggressive if provoked, or if directed to SCP-049. SCP-049-2 instances express active biological functions, though these are vastly different from currently understood human physiology. Despite these alliterations, SCP-049 often remarks that subjects have been cured. Okay. The addendum, L491 discovery. 049 was discovered during the investigation of a series of unknown disappearances in the town of Montauban in southern France. During a raid on a local home, investigators found several instances of SCP-049-2 as well as SCP-049. While law enforcement personnel engaged the hostile 049-2 instances of SCP-049-2, not 049-2, just SCP-049, was noted as watching the engagement and taking notes in its journal. After all of the SCP-049-2 instances were dispatched, SCP-049 willingly entered the Foundation custody. Interesting. The following interview was conducted by Dr. Raymond Ham during the initial investigation.
This man's name is Ham.
Alors, comment devrions-nous commencer? Une introduction.
Is that so? Do you want me to read this bit, or?
Hold on, I just want to listen to this first bit.
Can we get a translator? The King's English.
The King's English?
Yep.
Can we get a translator? The King's English. So, that doesn't make any sense. Does it just mean
it does.
English?
Yeah, he's saying he recognizes the King's English. The King of England, where English stems from.
Oh. That makes sense. Yeah, you can read this.
Alright.
Le module 4.
So then, how should we begin an introduction? Is that French? Can we get a translate? Oh, it's the King's English. No need for translation, sir. I can speak it well enough. Good. My name is Dr. Raymond Ham, and a doctor. I like my individual. No doubt. When is your specialty, sir? Cryptobiology. Why? A medical man, such as myself. Wonders abound. And here I worried I had been abducted by common street thugs. This person, this is your laboratory? I had wondered, as clean as it is, and with such little trace of the pestilence here. The pestilence? What do you mean? The scourge. The great dying. Come now, you know, call it no matter. The pestilence, yes. It abounds us outside of these walls, you know. So many have succumbed, and so many more will continue to. Until such time as a perfect cure can be developed. Fortunately, I am very close, and it is my duty in life to rid the world of it. You see? Secure to end all cures. When you say the Great Dying, are you talking about the bubonic plague? I don't know what that is. I see. Right. Well, the entities our agents have encountered outside at that house, they were dead when you encountered them, yes? And you reanimated them? No manner of speaking. You'll say things too simply, Doctor. Expand your horizons. Life and death, sickness and health. These are amateur terms for amateur physicians. There is only one element that exists in the world of men, and that is the pestilence. And nothing else. Make no mistake, they were very ill, all of them. You think you cured those people? Indeed, my cure is most effective. The things we recovered were not human. Yes, it is not a perfect cure, but that will come with time. And with further experimentation. I have spent a lifetime developing these methods, Dr. Ham. And we will spend a lifetime more, if necessary. Now, we have wasted too much time. There is work to do. I will require a laboratory of my own, one where I can continue my research unimpeded. And assistance, of course, though I can provide those on my own time. I don't think our organization will be willing to. Nonsense! We are all men of science. Fetch your coat and show me to my quarters, Doctor. Our work begins now.
Okay.
And log.
I saw that. I'm just trying to process that. You know, I'm kind of slow.
Yes, you are.
I know. Interviewers know while SCP-049 is capable of communicating in a very human way, there is a strange sense of unease that one experiences when in its presence. Make no mistake, there is something very uncanny about this entity indeed. Additionally, we've confiscated that pointed stick that SCP-049 keeps waving around. Part of this was due to a standard confiscation protocols for the possession of anomalies, in part because 049 really is a menace swinging around like he does. The entity was displeased at first, but after we made some concessions in providing it with test subjects, which are admittedly more for the benefit of our own research, it warmed up to the idea. Observation log. While in containment at Site 19, SCP-049 has spent a considerable amount of time studying and performing surgery on the various mammalian corpses. It has been provided SCP-049 will routinely spend several days performing surgery, and regardless of whether or not the corpses becomes an instance of SCP-049 spending several more days documenting its findings. A thick leather journal stored with its doctor's bag, SCP-049 will often speak to share its findings with members of the Foundation staff. The following is a log of several occasions during which SCP-049 was observed operating on a mammalian corpse. I don't like the word mammalian. I don't like it. I don't like saying it. I hate it. Oh, these are observation logs. Do you want to read the observation logs?
Well, there's 2 observation logs, and then there's a follow-up interview. I suggest you read both of those.
There's like 5 observation logs. So no, you don't want to?
No.
Okay. SCP-049, preface to test subject D85123, was introduced into SCP-049's containment cell. The entity expressed sincere gratitude towards all memories of the containment set and research staff. What is D85123?
Oh, what?
That's a D subject.
Yeah, D class.
Yeah. I thought it was like a different SCP.
No.
Okay. Observation notes. SCP-049 began asking D85123 several standard medical questions as it began removing tools from its bag. Shortly after finishing its preparations, SCP-049 quickly closed the distance between the two, killing the subject with a touch of its throat. Afterwards, SCP-049 made a number of considerable alterations to the basic structure of the subject's corpse, often introducing fluids from within its bag to the subject by the way of hand-powered pump and copper tubing. How big is this bag?
I want you to know, his bag has no reasoning. It is big.
Hold up. How big is this bag? I need to Google.
His bag is a basic medical bag. It's pretty big.
It is?
Yeah, it's like a basic medical bag.
Medical bag. Images. They aren't that big. They aren't big enough to hold liquid, pumps, all that stuff. It's enough for like basic medical supplies.
That's weird.
This thing must be like absolutely massive.
Maybe it's another SCP in and of itself. It's just an endless bag of medical supplies.
That's a good idea. Hold on. Let me go investigate what's going on outside of my room. Do I have to hold it for it to be paused? No, it doesn't say it is.
That's weird.
Oh, we're back on. Where was I? Resulting 0492 instance became animated flailing and gasp. Why can't I read? Grasping at the walls of the chamber with a number of manufactured limbs while moaning out an oblong of oblong orifice? Okay. Present in its sternum. During this time, SCP-049 was observed taking notes of the instance in its journal and remarking to the watching Richard staff about the efficiency of its cure. Security personnel entered the chamber to move SCP-049 back to the containment and were attacked by the instance. The security team dispatched the 0492 instances. SCP-049 returned to containment with no resistance, stating that it was pleased with the results. Why though?
I think he was testing the defenses.
We've got 4 more logs to go. SCP-049 was provided with the corpse of a recently deceased goat. 049 expressed gratitude at the provision. Observation notes: SCP-049 operated on the goat corpse for several days, eventually resulting in an instance of SCP-049-2. SCP-049 expressed pleasure in this outcome, though it admitted the disease was still in its nascent stage. By veterinary practices, rudimentary, but the patient responded very well to the procedure. Oh wait, read that part. That was him talking.
Wait, there's a bit where he talked?
Yeah, in this.
Which part? The preface, or?
Observation notes log 2.
Okay.
At the very bottom, you see the quotation marks.
The disease was still in its nascent stage. My veterinarian practice is rudimentary, but the patient responded well to the procedure.
Alright.
I'm gonna be fully honest with you, Dr. Ham is my favorite character just because of his name.
Ham. I like him.
Yep. The Plague Doctor's really cool.
SCP-049 was provided the corpse of a recently deceased orangutan. 049 expressed noted gratitude at the provision due to its similarities between the orangutan and the common human physiology. Observation notes: SCP-049 spent several days operating on the orangutan, reanimating it several times. However, SCP-049 appeared to be discontent with the results it experienced, returning to the creature 3 times after its initial reanimation for additional work. After it was unable to reanimate the corpse a 5th time, SCP-049 turned the corpse over to Foundation staff for incineration, stating, "I have learned so much from this, though I fear my early optimism was misplaced. I hadn't yet come across such a stumbling block on my road to the cure. More subjects like this would do a great deal in advancing my research." SCP-049 was provided with the corpse of reason and the deceased bovine. Wait, hold on. What's a bovine? I don't know what a bovine is.
I don't know what it is either. It could be like some kind of snake or something. I don't know.
A bovine is a cow.
Oh. I was way off, dude.
Yeah, it's a cow. 049 expressed mild annoyance at the provision, though accepted it nonetheless. Why is he so grateful, huh? Stop being a brat.
Drinking Korean soda right now.
What Korean soda?
Just like generic Korean soda.
Okay. And observation notes: 049 spent several days operating on the bovine corpse, breaking only to dine on a requested dinner of thin crackers, salted pork, and hard cheese. Beginning by first
Cracker.
Hey. We're gonna post this to YouTube.
And I'm white. I can say that.
We're gonna get demonetized and get.
No, we're not. Dude, Australians can say the C word. I can say cracker.
Okay. We're gonna get taken off the algorithm now. I'm blaming you.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Oh my god. Beginning by first embalming the corpse, L49 was observed producing a number of long syringes from his bag, each containing a different dark, viscous fluid. L49 described these fluids as essence of the humors, and elaborated by saying the pestilence may bring out a systemic imbalance. In such case, before true healing can begin, one must find the humors in balance or body will reject the cure. Over the next few days, 049 spent a considerable amount of time adjusting the organs of the bovine corpse with a number of large metal instruments. After 8 days, 049 produced a lightning rod. A lightning rod! Which Dr. Ham exchanged for an electric cattle prod attached to an extension cord and struck the corpse in several locations. This action seemingly had the effect of reanimating the bovine, which once again became ambulatory despite the inversion of head and reorientation. Reorientation. Oh, I'm so dumb.
Rear.
Alright, here's the interview.
You want me to say it?
Well, yeah, it's the interview, it's the voice.
Yeah.
Let's go. We've watched your work for several weeks now, and honestly, I'm not sure I can understand what you're doing. Can you describe the process in detail?
Oh, goodness, no. The process is most intensive. As I said to your assistant, it's the best instruction you will find about my message here in my journals, as I have kept an exhaustive record of my work here.
I see. My concern, Doctor, is that we still don't understand what you're seeking to cure, or how it manifests, or how turning these creatures into quasi-living, mindless drones helps in that effort.
You do not understand the pestilence. Even after all this time, Doctor? Doctor, it is an unspeakable horror. One that is shown its true face many times before, and will again.
1 second.
I find myself blessed with the...
I think.
Okay. I might need to restart, because I already forgot where I was. Give me a moment.
You were at, that still doesn't, you were at, SCP-049, you do not understand the pestilence.
You do not understand the pestilence? Even after all this time, Doctor, it is an unspeakable horror. One that is shown its true face many times before, and will again. I find myself blessed with the wisdom and the good senses needed to root it out and destroy it. But many times, like yourself, cannot. It is a cruel judgment. I fear to be at the mercy of a disease you cannot fully comprehend.
That still doesn't answer my question. How is your cure any kind of cure at all?
It's a cure. You may laugh at my efforts, if you please, but do not besmirch the good name of scientific progress that has developed this great mercy. What you so short-sightedly see here, you so short... Give me a minute. I got lost in the sauce. Besmirching the good name of scientific progress that has developed this great mercy. What you so short-sightedly see here is a life better than any this creature could have hoped for. Stricken as it was with pestilence, this creature is now clean, usable to spread the pestilence, and free from the terror it would have experienced otherwise.
This is hardly a creature at all, Doctor. It's not even...
Do not share with me, sir. You and your colleagues are like so many others. unable to look past some minor setbacks, used to see the salvation taking place before your very eyes. Do you wait to remove rotten timbers until the hull collapses on top of you? No. You find them and you pull them out and replace them with the roots untouched by rot. And most of all, you do not simply mock the structure because how it looks. It is strong. It is free of disease.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to agitate you. I'm just trying to understand.
Yes. Well, do mind your words in the future, Doctor. I am a professional, but even professionals may feel the bite of pride in dealing with criticism of their masterpiece. I will forgive this as an act of good faith between colleagues.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, that will be all. As a test subject, on the usual schedule, you know my preference of subjects with more human anatomies.
Okay, I think you gotta read this bit.
Oh, attending, you gotta say unlock, or also, no. Attending
Okay.
researchers note SCP-049 does not seem to genuinely want to help other humans, though it has not yet been able to provide concrete examples of what it is trying to save us all from. I have watched it over several weeks, and while the outcomes do not seem to ever change, SCP-049 continues to claim that it's growing closer to its perfect cure. Okay, I think the entity may be more aware of the reality of these outcomes than it would like us to think. Oh, there was an incident.
Oh, right, the incident.
Starting shortly after SCP-049's initial containment, Dr. Ham conducted a number of interviews with the subject regarding its anomalous properties, and over time began to notice displeasure with his subject in the SCP-049-2 instances. This continued for a period of several months, during which SCP-049 never exhibited any aggressive behaviors. On April 16, 2017, as Dr. Ham was entering SCP-049's test chamber to conduct another routine interview, the entity began to grow anxious and asked Dr. Ham if he was feeling well. Following protocol, Dr. Ham reminded SCP-049 that the interview was required, after which the entity became hostile, attacking Dr. Ham, killing him due to a lapse of security protocol, and because Dr. Ham did not activate the in-chamber emergency system, Dr. Ham's corpse was not discovered until 3 hours later, by which point SCP-049 converted into an instance of SCP-049-2. In the aftermath of this instance, SCP-049 was interviewed by Theron Sherman. Okay. He was murdered. Aw, I like Dr. Ham.
I miss him. I miss him.
Yeah, I like Dr. Ham.
But now I gotta read Sherman. So you want me to start now, or?
Yeah, make him sound stupid.
I need you to explain yourself.
No response.
SCP-049, you're being directed to explain your actions.
And I will remind you that failure to cooperate will result in further restrictions during your containment. My actions do not need to be explained.
You killed Dr. Abraham
And butchered him until he not dead. No, not dead. He's cured.
Cured?
Cured of what? Sufficient, sir. I had thought you at least would realize that what luck is. I detected it before. What pestilence? You kept going on and on about this pestilence. You have not once been able to properly identify this disease. What could you have possibly seen in him today that you had not seen so many times before that it would be worth his life? The pestilence presents and progresses in unforeseeable fashions, and has a queer way of creeping into the unprepared. And call what you want, Doctor. It was mercy. I did to him. He is cured. He is a vegetable. I would not expect you to understand. You and your ilk have proven time and time again to be not men of science, but men of emotion. You cannot appreciate the horrors I have seen. So many millions who have succumbed to the pestilence and have been changed. Who your cure cost Ray his life. No, good sir. I have saved it. You would allow this world to slip back into the despair of disease and death, ignoring that I have created a miracle and what disease? What pestilence? He was a healthy man, a good doctor. And others can be saved, even you, so you do not deserve it. It might be saved. I can save them all. I can cast down this plague once and for all. I can do this. Only me. I saved him. Dr. Ham. I cured him. He was sick. I know he was sick. I know he was, and you are all sick, but I can save you. I can save all of you because I am the cure. End log.
Addendum 049.4 had posted a report interview. The following interview is an excerpt from the 4/16/17/049 incident report. The interview was conducted by Dr. Elijah Itkin and took place 3 weeks after the start of the initial investigation. Elijah
Bro, you saw what he did to Sherman. This man erased. You saw what he did to the Ham. He probably erased Sherman after this call, dude.
No, Sherman was on a different wall since he was on a microphone.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So he probably couldn't erase him.
Damn it. It'd be really funny if he did, though.
Yeah. Alright, Dr. Elijah Itkin, make him sound so stupid. I hate the name Elijah.
So you want me to get nerdy here with this one, right? That's what I'm assuming?
Yeah. Just make him sound like his name is Elijah.
Elijah. Let me think of an Elijah. Yeah.
SCP-049?
SCP-049. We are conducting this interview to close out our investigation of your actions taken on April 16th that resulted in the death of a staff member. Do you remember any comments to make? Or do you have any comments to make? Only that I look forward to the day you will allow me to resume my work. I have spent the last few weeks compiling my notes and constructing a new theory for how the pestilence was able to infect someone in such an insidious manner that I nearly couldn't detect it. Have you experienced any remorse for your actions for the death of Dr. Ham? Ah, yes. Well, the death of a colleague is always regrettable. But in the face of the pestilence, we must be swift, Doctor. And act without hesitation. Dr. Sherman noted in his report that you seemed to be mournful during your initial interview. Mourn? Perhaps I had not thought that. It is lamentable that fellow doctor became infected, but the work continues. Regrettable as it was, Dr. Ham's death provided important insight. Living human subjects are the only way to proceed forward. I am decided. My cure is of little use on dead flesh. And I have gleaned all I can from your generous supplies of corpses. My desires turn towards tending to those still living who suffer from the disease. I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed.
I
Oh,
know.
doctor, I wouldn't be so sure. And log.
Footnotes. The robes and gloves are identical to a thick hide built up on the skin, while the mask is composed of a kind chitin growing out of the bones and face. The entity proclaims to have originated in the 15th century France, though admits that it is particularly well traveled. The space within its bag, seemingly anonymously large, as SCP-049 has observed pulling out objects larger than the bag itself from within it in order to operate on deceased subjects. 049 has stated its desire to work on human subjects several times between this occasion and earlier provisions of an orangutan, noting its discontentedness when they would not be provided. 049 has expressed that it does not require sustenance but enjoys it and feels that the food helps to put it in the right mind to operate. 049 added this statement by saying, "This is the course of elementary knowledge for the practical physician. I thought you would have learned this during your education." Notably, 049's journals are not written in any known language, and attempts by linguists and code breakers to decipher them have been unsuccessful. That's the last one.
So you want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Oh yeah, I love SCP-049 in particular. I just like the idea of like this medieval creature that's just going around and killing people because he sees they have the plague.
Yeah. I don't know how he sees if they have the plague though.
Honestly, I just got too into the moment, and like when I started shouting, you could definitely tell I was just switching between the voices. I don't know a good way to explain it. When I was doing the Plague Doctor and I was like shouting, sometimes Sherman would come out as the Plague Doctor when I was shouting for Sherman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear that at all?
I could hear it. Okay, so what is wrong with these people?
What is wrong with who?
I wanted to find some images for the Plague Doctor, and I googled SCP-049 images, and just what even is this?
Look, the fan base gets really goofy, dude.
Just why though?
Here, I'll spare you the sites, and I'll do my research for the images to find you some decent ones.
Oh no, I'm
Some ones that are actually good.
I just looked at SCP Foundation images.
If you think that's bad, just wait till we get to Mallow, dude. We might not even be able to get to that one, because I don't think YouTube's gonna allow that.
Why? What the?
Huh?
I'm just trying to find an image, and I scroll down like twice, and I see just something that. Why?
Because the fan base is weird. That's like the only way I can describe it. I can pretend to describe it.
His eyes do kind of glow.
Yeah, his eyes glow. What is wrong with the fan base? This is one thing. If you search up a character, you should be able to go 3 pages before you see anything bad.
Yep.
You should be able to at least scroll until you see something bad.
I googled Dr. Ham.
What do they do with Dr. Ham?
Nothing. I just googled Dr. Ham.
Maybe they have images of him because he might have popped up in other stories
He's
to
like,
just die in this one.
he's old, kinda. Looks like an old man.
Oh, so I guess the deep country voice makes sense for him.
And he, why does it, why is there small? Is he holding an SCP-0492?
Is he holding an SC? Let me see. Give me a second. Can you send me that picture?
Okay.
Oh shit! I just realized. That Dr. Sherman guy,
Yeah.
the guy who wrote this story, I'm pretty sure, he has his own YouTube channel where, like, what is this?
What?
What is that? What are you? No, no.
I know. I know.
That's a war crime, dude. Anyway, so Dr. Sherman, he has his own YouTube channel where, like, he has a lot of memes about SCP in a way, and he, like, talks a lot of shit about the Plague Doctor.
I know. Can you like watch the language? We're trying to post this.
Okay.
Okay, so well, anyway, that was the SCP. I hope y'all liked it. We're going to do, what was the one we were going to do next? Was it?
I don't remember we even planning out what we were going to do next. I know it was the Flesh That Hates and then Plague Doctor, and I don't know what we're doing
We're
next.
going to do, hold up. We're doing SCP-426.
Oh, let me see what 426 is.
We agreed on this one, I'm pretty sure.
I forgot what it was. I'm gonna check it. Oh my god, no!
Yeah, the
No! No!
Yes.
This is evil!
Yes, to the toaster one.
You're a monster, I want you to know that.
Alright. Well, we hoped y'all liked the video. Have a good day.